Caribbean Cricket Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things West Indies cricket. By the fans, for the fans.
Kimar Roach, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. This is Kimar Roach, and I listen to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. My name is Machel St. Patrick Hewitt, one half of the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, and welcome to the live watch-along of the 60 Women's Final Sky Edge. I shouldn't even say Sky Edge because ain't nobody paying me to call their name. It's the Barbados Royals versus the Trinbago Knight Riders, Hayley Matthews' side versus Deandra Dottin's side. Welcome if you're in the live. Share with the people then. If you know there's somebody who wants to watch the watch-alongs. Let me just share the teams. TKR won the toss and will bowl first, but here are the teams. So the TKR 11, Dottin, Kirby, Luce, Knight, Kishorna and Casey at Knight. McLean, Jensen, Mohammed, Kadali, Grimond, Glasgow. Both teams are unchanged, I hasten to add. So TKR are unchanged from their last game, I believe, was actually against Barbados. Let me just double check that. No, Guyana. Both teams played Guyana in their last match. So TKR are unchanged from when they smashed Guyana, and Barbados are unchanged when they smashed Guyana as well. So the Royal side, Matthews, Cooper, Tryon, Henry, Elaine, Fletcher, Sana, Joseph, Selman, Mangru, and Boyce. Needless to say, the last time these two, so remember, each side has played each other twice. The first match was the first match of the tournament. The first time they played each other was the first match of the tournament. Barbados won that by 28 runs. But it's worth pointing out, so in that, the first match of the tournament, which I also did a live for, I hasten to add, the Royals got 108 for 4. And TKR got 80 for 3. So they were well beaten. But it's worth pointing out that Deandra was not playing in that match. TKR lost both their first 2 matches. So TKR then played the second match and lost to Guyana. So it looked like TKR was out of the tournament. But they actually topped the table in the end because once Deandra came back to captain the side, they won their final 2 games handsomely, beating Barbados in the comeback game. They beat Barbados by 29 runs. TKR made 92 for 3, and Barbados could only make 63 for 5 in reply. So both teams have a win apiece, but the crucial factor here is, and what you tend to think, is that if Deandra plays well, you kind of sense that Barbados will win. Trinidad will win this. It shouldn't hinge on one player, but Deandra's power, I guess you could argue that with Barbados have Chloe Tryon. So Deandra's power is probably only matched by Chloe Tryon's power for the Barbados Royals. Although obviously some would say that Hayley Matthews has equal power as well. But Hayley, although she got off in the last game, has generally speaking struggled in this 60 tournament, whereas Deandra hasn't. So TKR women are running out right now. We got game on in a couple of minutes. Blessings to you, Michael. Big up yourself. If you're in the live, press like, press subscribe, etc. Like I say, TKR won the toss and will bowl first. Hayley Matthews has been opening with, in generally speaking, with Renice Boyce. So let's see if that's the same opening partnership. And you would assume that Chloe Tryon will come in at number 3. But sorry, tell a lie. Brittany Cooper opened the last time against Guyana. So we'll see if that's what Barbados go with this time as well. But let's see how they go. I do feel like the Barbados team is top heavy. And that's where they expect the team to get off to a flyer. So it won't be Renice Boyce. It looks like it's going to be Hayley Matthews and Brittany Cooper opening again. People who are in the chat, let me know from now before the game starts. Who have you got? Who's going to win this? Barbados Royals or TKR Knight Riders? Do not try and claim who's going to win when the match has already started. Who have you got? Hayley Jensen will open the bowling for the Knight Riders. I'll put the ticker tape at the bottom, you know. Yeah, it's true. Michael says Barbados was top heavy at the Commonwealth Games. It's true. And I guess it's not that there isn't a wide enough talent pool. No one's saying that within the region, but it was always going to, at the end of the day, there are only 360 women's sides, and there'll only be 3 CPL women's sides as well. So until the talent pool gets wider, oh no, tell a lie. She's not. Hayley is not opening with Brittany Cooper. It's going to be Aaliyah Elaine who's actually opening. So they've tried Bernice Boyce in the. So this is the 5th game of the tournament for both teams. Sorry, 5th game? Is that right? Yeah, 5th game of the tournament for both teams. Hayley is open now with Bernice Boyce, Brittany Cooper, and now Aaliyah Elaine. Everyone's now jumping in the chat. Marissa says, "Where's the game streaming?" Marissa, you're in Barbados, right? It's on Sportsmax, isn't it? First ball, dot ball. Fireball says he's got Sportsmax and a screen mirroring. I don't even know what that means, but big up yourself all the same. As long as you got a way to watch the game, that's all that matters. Jensen again, and it's another dot ball that Aaliyah can only drive that to Gatika Kadali, who's on the perimeter at mid-on. No run. Just want to make this a bit smaller. Yeah, block that. Right. Okay. Sorry, people, just dealing with some stuff. And another Jensen, Hayley Jensen again, another dot ball. Aaliyah Lane struggling to eke out any runs here. 3 balls bowled, and every ball's going to count. Well, that's the point of the 60. Every ball's going to count in this final. No runs so far for the Barbados Royals. Michael says he's going to have to bun CPL off Facebook next week. I hear you still. Quick run this time from Aaliyah Elaine. Barbados are now off the mark. And Barbados are 1 without loss after 4 balls bowled. Quick little dab and run. And it gets Hayley Matthews on strike. Let me just, as ever, people like, share, subscribe, you know, the drill, etc. The joke. So I'm in an R-in if I'm going to do a live for the men's final, and I just can't. Hayley again tries to dab, but again can't beat the fielder on the perimeter at backward point. No run. Very good start this from TKR. Jensen's over so far. Dot, 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 1 dot. Can she bowl out the over without a 4? She comes in, leg side delivery and badly lined delivery, and Hayley's able to play that off her pads to get a boundary. Barbados will be glad for that. Hayley beats the fielder inside the perimeter at short fine leg. There's no one on the boundary, and the over ends. Barbados are 5 without loss after the first 6 balls. Bad end to the over there by Jensen. Yep, share, like, subscribe, etc., etc., people. Yeah, so what was I going to say? I was going to do the men's final, and then when I deeped it, I was like, the men's final doesn't start till 10:30 p.m. UK time. These times, I haven't even had dinner yet. So my thing is, I'm going to do this women's final, and then I'm going to just watch the men's final and tweet about it and eat my dinner, you know? So I don't think I'm going to do a live stream for the men's final. Obviously, the men's final would probably have a much bigger live stream audience. So who knows? I may change my mind, but at this moment in time, it's highly unlikely. It's swollen up. Anyways, Geeta Kadali is into the attack, and Hayley whips her first delivery down to the fielder at deep square leg, and there is 1 run there. Yeah, sorry, people. I was talking about my hand. Thought it was swollen for a minute there. The thing about TKR, if you're talking about the men's side, oh, and that's 4 runs there. Sorry, as I look back up, Leanne Kirby can't pull that in. Aaliyah Lane gets a boundary. It doesn't look like anybody's going to be unlocking the floating power play here, but a good boundary for Barbados Royals. It was actually a good delivery by Kadali, but an even better shot by Aaliyah Lane. She kind of rides the bounce, pierces the infield, and that's 4. Kadali comes in for a 3rd ball of the over. A hint of swing there, but again, great shot from Aaliyah Lane. Again, pierces through the covers for another 4. Down at deep backward point. Barbados getting a move on here. Is this an inspired decision to ask Aaliyah Lane to open with Hayley Matthews? Kadali they're not bad deliveries. Yeah, she's given a bit of width, but it's not like she's bowling badly, but this is just good striking here from Aaliyah Lane. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Fireball. You're going to have to make a decision about finals, you know. Football or cricket? Who's winning this one? Anyways, Kadali back in for a 4th ball of the innings. And again, Elaine this time dabs it down to the fielder at the deep backward point boundary, or 3rd man boundary, I should say. And 1 run. I'm probably behind Fireball because I am. Let me just double check. I am watching it on my iPad. So am I behind? Ball 24? Ball 24 of what? Ball 24? How can you be at ball 24? What final are you watching? Ball 24? Huh? We've only started 7 minutes in. What are you talking about? What game are you watching? This time, Kadali, TKR versus Guyana. Fireball, what are you doing? What game are you watching? We're watching TKR versus Barbados, you know. Anyways, Barbados Royals are 16. I don't know what stream Fireball's watching, but Barbados Royals are 16 without loss after 12 balls. And what's going on? Oh, so that's the end of Kadali's over. Sorry. So Kadali's over went for 11 runs, and they're going to bowl Hayley Ensign out at the start, which is an interesting tactic. So very interesting. I wonder what Deandra's tactics are then for the remainder of the overs. Anyways, Hayley, wicket delivery. Aaliyah Lane, is this a run out opportunity? Misses the stumps. Good backing up there by Gatika Kadali. 1 run, quick single. But that's a good delivery from Jensen. It was a bit of a suicide run, but who's the wicketkeeper? Is it Casey Knight? Couldn't knock down the stumps, and Aaliyah Lane is able to scramble through for a single. Barbados moves to 17 without loss. Oh, classical shot there. 1 bounce 4. Hayley Matthews simply lofts the ball back over Hayley Jensen's shot. Maybe about 5 feet in before it hits the boundary rope, but holds the poles. 4 runs. Worth reminding people that in the 2 semi-finals earlier on, Talawars versus Patriots and TKR versus Royals, in the men's semi-finals, plenty of runs were scored on the track. Deandra Dottin said at the toss that she hoped to restrict the Royals to 80, 80 or less, but I don't know if that's wishful thinking or not. We shall see. All depends on how well Barbados get how much of a good start Barbados get off to. They're 21 without loss after 14 balls. So, I mean, it's a good start so far. Still, I'm in an orange. Should I do the men's final on a stream? I don't know, man. Feels kind of long. It'll finish at about midnight. Feels kind of long. Anyways, Haley Ensign back into Hayley Matthews. Straight delivery, and she fields well of her own bowling dot ball. Yeah, Michael pointed out that in the men's semi earlier on, Rakeem Cornwall went on a mad one. Listen, Rakeem Cornwall, I think Santoki and I spoke about it in the episode on West Indies on 99.94. He's an option to open. He won't be picked. I'm not saying he'll be picked for the T20 World Cup, but because he doesn't waste time, he should be an option to think about. Anyways, fourth delivery, it's bad fielding. Bad fielding there. Not sure which field that is. Number 74. Is that Kirby or is that Dottin? Actually, bad fielding at was it short third man backward point? In fact, and Haley's able to get a single. I saw a couple of red cards earlier on actually, for teams not finishing their 9 overs in time. Again, another single. So Jensen, second over so far, legged by 4.21. One more ball left of this over. Yeah, Errol's right. They've prepared a friendly pitch. I think they've prepared. They are clearly using a track for run scoring in the finals, which is good. That's how it should be. Anyways, last ball of Haley Jensen's over. Tries a bit of a short ball. Leah Lane rides the bounce, plays that down to the fielder coming in off the third man boundary. It's 1 run, and that's the end of the third over. Barbados are 25 without loss after 18 balls. Good start so far from them. I haven't got on the screen yet what the projected score would be. Maybe it's too early to tell. But it's a good start. It's a steady start from Barbados Royals. They'll be happy with this as long as they can maximize on it going through the innings. Yes, David, India beat Pakistan. I didn't watch any of that match, but I am aware of the score. People hyped that match up so much that I had no interest in watching it. Let me eat my cookie. Yeah, Michael, earlier on, Fabian went on a mad thing. I've been told, because I caught the St. Kitts reply, not the Talawar's innings. And I heard that Bish said on commentary that Fabian had requested time off from West Indies because he's recently had a baby's been born in the family, but he's going to play CPL and, well, obviously 60. But, boy, I don't know what that means to the World Cup then. Boy, it's long. Anyways, Grimmons is a new bowler. Again, poor fielding. Is that Dottin? It's Dottin, you know. Very poor fielding from Dottin at backward point. And the Barbados Royals women are able to run a single. Brings Alira Lane back on strike. Again, Grimmon's able to cut that through the covers. Down to the fielder at deep point, 1 run. This is what I'm wondering, Errol. Like I need to do a bit more digging because I'm only going based on what I heard people talking about, but I didn't hear it live. Come on. Grimmon's obstructed by the fielder there and trying to field off her own bowling, and as a result, the Royals batters are able to run through for another single. 28 without loss after 21 balls. If you're in the stream, like, share, subscribe. Visit Caribbean Cricket Podcast, caribbeancricketpodcast.com, or on Twitter or Instagram at Carib Cricket. That's a dot ball there. Grimmon's got 2 balls left of her over. 1-1-1 dot so far. that's drifting down the leg side, but does wrap her on the pads. It's another dot ball. 1-1-1 dot dot in Grimond's first over. This is good bowling here. Can she finish off the over well, though? DRS time is still going, but there's no way they should review that. Big up Demo, who's in the chat. Yeah, he's taken... Jimbo took his form from minor league cricket. In fact, his Atlanta Fire is in the minor league finals this evening. He was smashing it in the minor league cricket. He's just taking the form through to the Royals to the point where... Oh, and Alira Lane goes after that one, and that's a 6. It's the first maximum... It's the first maximum of the final. Alira Lane clears the boundary easily, down on one leg, out the ground. The Royals move to 34 without loss after 24 balls. This is a really good start from the women in pink. Yeah, Sadima, what we're saying is there's an argument to say, based on Jimbo's form in the 60, that the Royals should start with him opening in CPL. But remember, the Royals will have Quinton de Kock coming over as their overseas player. So the chances of Jimbo playing for the Royals in CPL, I'm not sure he gets a game, if I'm honest. Anyways, that was the end of the 4th over, and the Barbados Royals are... Oh, sorry, that's the wrong thing. The Barbados Royals are 34 without loss. Really good start from the Royals. Like I say, there is... it's a good start because Deandra Dottin has brought herself onto bowl. When Deandra does this, it's because she backs herself to take a wicket to drag the game back. So let's see how Deandra does now. Let's see how she does in her first over as we approach the halfway stage of the Barbados Royals innings. She bowls first ball's a bouncer. Is it going to get called a wide on height? Yep, it's called a wide on height. Deandra's going to have to reload that one. Now, they're showing a replay of that Grimond delivery, which I said was going down leg side. And it's actually umpire's call. But given the umpire said not out, it obviously wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Oh, that one slapped straight back down the ground. Umpire has to duck for cover. It's another 4. Alira Lane moves to 22 of 14 balls. Inspired decision here by the Royals to open with a lane. Royals are off to a great start. 38 without loss after 25 balls, sorry. Good crowd in as well for the finals. I mean, obviously it helps that St. Kitts are going to be in the final later on, men's final later on versus TKR, but there's a good crowd in all the same. Oh, that's a good delivery from Dottin. Beats a lane or ends up. No run. For those wondering, CPL, which starts next week, Wednesday, will be in 4 venues this year: St. Kitts, St. Lucia, Trinidad, and Guyana. But obviously the first leg of the tournament will begin in St. Kitts, which is why the 60 is being held in St. Kitts. Dottin comes in full straight, and the lane is able to slap that to the fielder at point, runs through for a single. TKR need a wicket here. Royals are 40 without loss. We're not at the halfway stage yet. Deandra said she wanted to restrict the Royals to 80 or under, but it looks like the Royals are going to get more than that. Supernova says, I always heard that Alira Lane could bat. Never really saw her do anything of significance. Risky, but love to see her perform yet. I think that's pretty accurate. I think that's pretty spot on. Oh, it's the mystery ball. The mystery free hit. Deandra's going to have to bowl it. It's ball number 28. Remember, the runs don't affect her record or the batter's record, but it's basically a free hit. Can't be out on it. And Alira attacks that and smashes it for 1. Oh, no, 2. Sorry, she comes back for 2. I thought that was 1 run, but the fielder, a deep extra cover, isn't able to cut off the 2nd run. 42 without loss. 2 balls left of the 5th over. Game getting away from TKR here already, based on how this opening half of the Barbados innings has gone. Already it's going to be asking a lot of Deandra Dottin at the top of the innings to set the tone when TKR come out to bat. Two more balls left of Deandra's over. She's gesticulating with a lot of fielders, moving the fielders about, trying to get her field right. She's going to go round the wicket to Hayley Matthews. What has she got planned here? Why has she gone over the wicket? Hayley Matthews moves to the offside and out. Well, there you go. Deandra Dottin must have known what she was doing. Hayley Matthews tried to counter it. Deandra Dottin followed her. So Hayley moved to about a 6-stump line on the off stump. Deandra Dottin followed her with the ball. Hayley tries to clear the ground and can only find Hayley Jensen at long off, and that's the first wicket. So what I said, if Deandra Dottin brings herself on, it's because she wants to make something happen. She gets the West Indies captain out. The woman who was overlooked for the West Indies captaincy gets the West Indies captain out. Deandra Dottin, you can't keep her out the game. She makes things happen. First wicket down. How will Barbados react to this? Remember, they have got Chloe Tryon to come out next. Hayley Matthews makes 15 of 13 balls, and that slows things down ever so slightly. Barbados Royals 42 for 1 of 29 balls. Supernova says Hayley should have cleared that out the ground, quite possibly. Poor execution or clever bowling? I mean, who told Hayley to go out to a 6-stump line? Hayley, I presume. Sorry, we're back in the attack here. And Deandra again bowls that wide. Has she got away with it? Yep, she gets away with that. It's inside the tram lines. Alira Lane can't reach that. So Dottin's over. Went for 6. She gets a wicket. That's a good over. We're at the halfway stage. The Royals are 42 for 1 after 30 balls. If Chloe Tryon can capitalize on this start, then I think Barbados set an imposing figure. If they get Tryon out, I think Trinidad can get on top of this game. So Anisa Mohammed, Casey Knight, and Deandra Dottin deep in conversation at the halfway stage about what happens next. There's still going to be 2 overs from Anisa for sure. Deandra's probably going to bowl a second over as well. So that's 3. That will be 3 of the remaining 5. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the last 2 overs, though. Just give you some stats from the women's tournament in general. I had somebody who I respect message me earlier on saying this 60s killing West Indies cricket. It's done nothing for it. I don't want to watch any of this. And I just said to him, I just replied with one simple line. Would we be seeing women's cricket otherwise? And how is Cricket West Indies supposed to make money? I left it at that. And I just ducked out of the conversation. So just giving you some stats from this women's 60 tournament. Chloe Tryon has got the most runs in the tournament, 114 runs. The average is irrelevant, although it's an average of 38, but the strike rate of 170. Deandra Dottin has only played 3. This is her 3rd game. She's 3rd place with 68 runs. So it just goes to show how far ahead of everybody else Chloe Tryon was. So Anisa Mohammed's into the attack. First ball is a dot. Chloe can't do anything with that. Again, second ball, dot. Chloe Tryon can only play that back to Anisa Mohammed. Yeah, 5-ball, 100%. This is what people in West... I think this is what the old school in West Indies don't understand. Oh, she's done her. Anisa Mohammed's done her. Brilliant bowling, a bit of drift. Chloe Tryon comes down the track to try and manipulate, misses it completely. Casey Knight completes the stumping. 1 brings 2, and all of a sudden, Barbados Royals are 42 for 2. Tryon, the big hit of the tournament's top run scorer, is out of here for a duck. Boy. Completely done in by Anisa Mohammed. Anisa Mohammed does the big celebration. She's a GOAT in the region. We have to give Anisa Mohammed GOAT status as well. And all of a sudden, TKR are back in the game, 42 for 2 off 33 balls. Indies need to get me on commentary, you know. They need to fly me in. So, Barbados Royals 42 for 2 of 33 balls. Anis Mohammed, like I said, and Deandra Dottin are definitely bowling 3 out of the back end. So, like I say, both Anissa and Deandra will feel that they can make inroads. The new batter for the Royals. Michael says, can they bat out the 60? It's a good question. Remember, 6 wickets, people. So 2 gone. Oh, Chanel Henry can clear the boundary still. Her strike rate in this tournament has been 115. So Barbados, they got some batting power still. Nisa Mohammed bowls that wide. She didn't have to reload that one. 1 extra run added to the Royals total. So yeah, as I was saying, so Deandra Dottin is the 3rd top or good delivery from Anissa, and again, just dabbed down the track from Chanel. So far, Anissa's over is ... wicket wide ... 2 more balls left to go for Anissa Mohammed's over. I see numbers starting to go up in the live. If you're new to this, press like, press subscribe, press like anyways. That one's a bit wide and it's a quick single. Yep, and they're home comfortably. 1 added to the total. The Royals move to 44 for 2. Yeah, Tryon just came down the track. The ball was bowled on like a 7th stump line. Tryon just missed it completely. Final ball of Anissa Mohammed's over. What's she got in store here? Alira Lane's on strike, 23 off 17 balls. Oh, she's bolder. She's bolder. Anissa Mohammed, the GOAT. The GOAT. Oh my gosh. 2 runs off the over, 2 wickets. Anissa Mohammed has bowled TKR back to be on top of the game. Half of the Barbados side has gone in terms of wickets allowed. All of a sudden, the Royals are 44 for 3. Anissa Mohammed's out here doing Ronaldo celebrations. TKR suddenly on big... Oh, that's a brilliant delivery. Gone through bat and pad. Bit of in-dip, bit of drift. Alira Lane plays down the wrong line, but I just think it's an excellent delivery. And Anissa Mohammed, well, TKR on top. Barbados Royals 44 for 3 after 36 balls. 1 brings 3. We always say 1 brings 2. In this case, 1 wicket has brought 3. Deandra Dottin and Anissa Mohammed doing all of the damage. And with that, Deandra Dottin asks Sune Loose to come and bowl. Or is it Loose? I can't remember if it's Sune Loose or is it... Sune Loose. They asked her to bowl a bit of her leg spin. And the new batter is Brittany Cooper. Errol says this is all done. Supernova says Matthews gone and total collapse. Yeah, classic West Indies still. Right, so what's Sune Loose got up her sleeve? Brittany Cooper, the new batter. And Cooper plays it out to the perimeter. No run. That's a really good delivery from Anissa Mohammed. Anyway, second delivery. Oh my gosh. So Brittany Cooper gets down on 1 knee, ball just goes straight past her. I'm not sure if the sweep was the right shot there so early in the innings, but I guess they're looking at the balls running out now. This time they are able to scamper a single. In fact, it goes through the fielder on the perimeter. They're not able to get another one. Kishona Knight comes in off the boundary, 1 run. As Demo says, hit the like, guys. Nowhere else will you see anybody doing a live stream covering a women's final like this in the region. Obviously, I know CPL have their YouTube stream of it, but I presume it's just porn bots in the chat. There's nowhere else where you'll have people doing a live stream and people able to comment and chat to each other and so on and so forth without the porn bots coming. Anyways, that's an excellent shot from Chanel Henry. Goes through cover. I'm not sure why was Haley Jensen so far up anyway. Either way, it's 4 runs, 4 welcome runs for the Royals. Good shot from Chanel Henry. Yeah, but why was... Anyways, no one at the... No one at the deep extra cover boundary. And Chanel Henry gets a single off the... Oh, sorry, it's not the final ball. There will be one more after this. So 6 runs off Sune Luce's first over. One more ball to go. Yeah, Michael, it is. I went on there. I think I went on there during the interval of one of the last streams I did, or maybe it wasn't a stream I did. I just went on there to look. It was pure Indian fans just spamming up the chat. And I was like, nah, I can't watch this. Is that out? Is that out? Is it? Oh, Ganisa, you could have. I don't know. Chanel Henry kind of sweeps that, pops it up. I reckon Anissa could have made a bit more effort there. And they get another single. That's the end of Sune Luce's over. The Royals are 51 for 3 after 42 balls. We have 4 more balls remaining. Anissa still has an over to bowl. Deandra Dottin has an over to bowl if she wants to. Will they go back to Grimmons to bowl an over? That's why I wonder. Will they ask her to bowl another over? So yes, it's back to Anissa Mohammed. She 2 wickets for 2 runs in her first over. Can she make any more inroads? We've got Chanel Henry 6 off 4. Brittany Cooper 2 off 4. It's a good shot. It's a good shot from Chanel Henry. It can only get 1 run. Good shot all the same. The fielder on the boundary cuts her off, brings Brittany Cooper back onto strike. Right. Anissa Mohammed back in again. And again, another single cut down to the same fielder, Kishorna Knight, at deep cover. It's another single. Yes, as I was saying, so the top 5 run scorers in the tournament, which I'll tell you in a minute, and that's a dot ball. Tryon, 114 runs. Stephanie Taylor, 93 runs. Deandra Dottin, 68. Obviously, she'll bat later. Hayley Matthews, 63. Is that updated? Let me just check if that's updated with the runs today. 1 second. And again, another dot. This time, as Chanel Henry can't beat Sune Luce this time, who's filled in at cover. So another dot ball. So Anissa's second over, 1-1 ... Here she comes for a 5th ball of the over. Bit fuller. Chanel Henry goes after it. Has she got enough on it? Yes, she has. That's a 6. Great shot from Chanel Henry. That's a welcome 6. The Royals move up to 59 for 3. Anissa gave that one a bit more air, but Chanel Henry read that and cleared the boundary. I mean, the ball was artsing for Chanel Henry to go after it, and Chanel Henry treated it with absolute disdain, and the Royals get a 6. Last ball of the over, and this one is played down. It's played down to the fielder at deep cover. 1 run, that's the end of the over. 9 runs off it. Anissa's work is done. She goes for 2 for 11 for her day's work. Of her 2 overs, she'll take that. Barbados Royals 59 for 3. We have 3 more overs remaining of the Barbados Royals innings. People in the chat, what do you reckon the Royals? Sorry, they're 60 for 3. Tell a lie. What do you think the Royals are going to end with here, people? They got 12 more balls. Sorry, 2 more overs. Sorry, I thought it was 3 overs. 2 more overs, 12 more balls. They're on 60 for 3. What do we reckon? How many runs are they going to make? They're going to get up to 80? Deandra said at the toss she wants them under 80. Javed says, where am I watching? BT Sport, Javed. I'm in the UK, remember? Fireball says Royals will get 92. Interesting. They turn to Sune Luce. She went for 7 runs in her first over, which means I assume that Deandra Dottin will bowl the final over. First ball. Brittany Cooper backs away. Wanted to try and come for a second. They can't come for a second. It's just 1 run. Errol says 80 at most is what Royals will make. Fireball has now amended his to 72 for 5. Michael says they're making, where's Michael's gone? 75 minimum. And I missed, Demo says 70 all out. So we're all roughly looking at somewhere in the 70s. Supernova says 78. Michael says he wants to see some shots licked. Well, this is the over to target because I don't think the licks are coming off Deandra's over. That a bit of loop there, and Chanel pounces on that. But again, it's only played for 1. Fielder comes in off at long leg or deep square leg even. 1 run. Projected score is currently 74. That's dreadful from Loose. But again, Brittany can't. Was it Brittany? I don't know who was on strike there. Was it Brittany? Yeah, it was Brittany. Brittany can't do anything about that. Again, it's just dabbed down or swept down to the fielder at long leg. And it's just 1 run. Really, this is down to Chanel Henry. This will all boil down to whether Chanel Henry can hit some 6s or 4s here, because that was filthy bowling from Sune Loose, and they did nothing with it in the last 2 balls. Again, leg side. Chanel Henry goes after it. I don't think she's got enough. Is that out? She's gone. She's gone. That's I'm going to call that as woeful cricket from the Royals there, because every one of those loose deliveries, the last 3 were filthy leg spin down the leg side. Chanel, I'm sorry, Chanel, you've given that one away. That was asking to be dealt with. She's got down on one knee to try and sweep slog it, and she's done a sweep slog straight to the fielder at deep square leg. I'm sorry, that's poor execution. All of a sudden now, after 52 balls, Barbados Royals are 63 for 4, and it's looking long for them. I mean, Chanel Henry's got 15 off 11 balls. It's not like she's done a bad job, but that's poor execution. That was filthy bowling from Sune Loose. 2 more wickets, and this is all done. There's 8 more balls left. Who comes in? Is that Renice Boyce? Who's that coming in now? Looks like Boyce, but I don't know, No, it's Kishana Joseph. Sorry. It's Kishana Joseph coming in. 37 of you in the live. If you're new to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, follow us, Twitter, Instagram, at Carib Cricket. Press like, press subscribe. I don't know how many likes there are at current. You lot can probably tell because I'm in the StreamYard studio. But if there's not 37 likes, then people need to press the likes. Algorithms and all that. Right, so Kishana Joseph has a T20 international strike rate record of 28. Anyway, Sune Loose back in. Again down the leg side. Cooper gets down on the knee. And again, the fielder at deep square leg, everything's gone to her. Final ball of Sune Loose is over. Her body of work today, 1 for 11. She's got 1 more ball left. I reckon if she bowls this full and straight, she'll get a wicket or an LBW. But all of her balls thus far have drifted down the leg side. Let's see what she's got up in her locker. Kishana Joseph's gone for it, and it's out. Oh my gosh. Kishana Joseph clears her front foot, tries to slap it for a 6. All she can do is find Hayley Jensen, who's positioned at the long off boundary. Barbados Royals are 64 for 5. This game, boy. Anyways, Barbados Royals are 64 for 5. Deandra Dottin said at the toss, I want to restrict Barbados for under 80. Well, there's 6 balls left of the Barbados innings. They've only got 1 wicket remaining, and they're 64 for 5. Supernova says the only way the Royals are winning this match is if Henry, Elaine, and Matthews transform into Walsh, Marshall, and Garner. Well, it's right now. This is TKR. At one point, for those who've been with me at the live since the beginning, at one point, Barbados Royals were 42 without loss after 30 balls. In the next 24 balls, they've lost 5 wickets and only added 22 runs. Madness. 22 for 5 in 24 balls. Utter madness. Fireball says he might lose power. It's long for Fireball right now. Anyways, so it won't be Deandra Dottin who bowls the final over, probably because she doesn't have to. It's going to be Grimond who bowls the final over. Affy Fletcher is the new batter. So Shanita Grimond, Guyanese cricketer. Affy Fletcher's able to. Oh no, they're going to run two. This is going to be. Oh no, she realizes the error of her ways. They run one, and they live to fight another day. 4 more balls left. 5 more balls left. For those wondering, just some stats and facts. Top wicket takers in the 60. Chanel Fraser 4 wickets. Economy 7.16. Gatika, sorry, and gone. Oh my God. Barbados all out. Grimond beats Brittany Cooper. Cooper doesn't even try to get back into her crease. Once the ball went past her, Cooper just stood and said, you know what, just knock off my wicket. Didn't even try to put the bat back in. And that's the end of the Barbados Royals innings. They're all out for 65. Goodness gracious me. They don't bat out the 60 balls. I think Michael said they wouldn't bat out the 60 balls. And that's that. So Trinidad will need 66 to win. They are favourites to win from here. That was woeful. So Barbados Royals added 23 runs in 26 balls after the halfway stage and lost 6 wickets. Woeful. Woeful. I cannot believe what I just saw. Supernova sums it up. That collapse was crazy. I can't believe what I just seen. So yes, Deandra Dottin, the lady turned down for the West Indies captaincy to the point where she said, you know what? Bun all of you lot. I'm done with West Indies. Is about to probably lead TKR to a final. The TKR men are applauding the TKR women off the field. Looks like Knight Riders about to take a title. Barbados Royals are going to have to produce something fantastic here to win this. So, people, that was quick. That's why I love the 60, 40, that was done. I started, 5 minutes before the match started? Maybe 8 minutes. So that first innings was done in 40 minutes. That's why I love this quick cricket thing. Can go about our business. So yeah, we're done, people. 65. I'll be back in about 5 minutes for the Trinidad reply. If you're leaving, join me in 5 minutes. If you're still here and you haven't pressed the like button, press the like button, etc. But I shall see you soon. Yes, people, I'm back. So the Barbados Royals team are out on the field. TKR batters are out. This final could be over before we even reach 60 balls. Will TKR lose their 6 wickets? Will they chase this? They should chase this. They're overwhelming favourites to chase this. It's their game to lose, but you never know. If Barbados can just take a couple early wickets, then the pressure is on TKR to close out a win that should be theirs. Let me just tweet on Twitter that we're doing the join us for the chase. You know what I mean? Right. So I went into the analytics in the mid stage. I was like, let me just check. How many likes there been. Only 13 likes, you lot are taking liberties. I beg if you're watching, just press the like button. Anyways, let's play. Chanel Henry has the ball. Deandra Dottin is on strike. What have the Royals got? First ball, and Dottin defends that. Out to cover, no run. 25 of you in the live stream. The CPL channel has 1.4K. I mean, one day we'll match them, but I don't have any visuals to show you lot. I just got my chat, Chat is strong, but it's not the visuals. So press the like button, press subscribe button, tell people about Caribbean Cricket Podcast. Or on Twitter, on Instagram, at Carib Cricket, second ball, Chanel Henry. Dotting goes after it. It's wide. Chanel's going to have to reload that one. Yeah, Errol, I was watching that at the break with Pete Russell. So CPL have asked me to get Pete Russell on. So for those of you who are long-term listeners of the Cricket Podcast, Caribbean Cricket Podcast, we've actually have an earlier interview with Pete Russell from probably about 2 years ago. It's worth listening to that podcast. And Dottin slaps that, can't be the infielder in the perimeter. No run. It's worth listening back to that podcast. But obviously now with the 60 on, it's probably worth us speaking to Pete Russell for an update, because what Pete Russell didn't say in that interview is Cricket West Indies have a financial stake in the 60. But I've noticed that in interviews, not a lot of people are talking about that. So the 60 isn't just a CPL owns tournament. There's very much a Dotting goes after that one, undercuts it, but Boyce is able to field that one, no run, another dot. So there's very much a Cricket West Indies financial stake in this. But what Johnny Grave told me and what Chris Watson told me from the CPL perspective is that this is the plan, to take the 60 and basically play it anywhere around the Caribbean and around the world. And that's another dot, no run. So yeah, that's clearly what they're going to try and do. But as long as Cricket West Indies have a financial stake in it, Cricket West Indies make money off it. So unlike CPL, where Cricket West Indies make no money off it, and in fact where the Caribbean governments have to pay money to have a CPL side, this competition, this 60 competition, actually money goes back into West Indies cricket. So yeah, one run off the first 4 balls. Dottin goes after that one though. It's in a slot, 6. Dottin ain't hanging about. Knight Riders moves for 7 without loss. Dottin's the only player, maybe Hayley Matthews and Chloe Tryon as well, with the kind of consistent power to be able to clear the boundary. Now, that's the first 6. It's the 5th ball out of the first 12. If Dottin is able to get another 6, and the onus will be on Dottin, then it will open up a floating power play. If TKR open up a floating power play, the match is done, as far as I'm concerned. So Dottin knows what she's doing there, 7 without loss. Final ball of Chanel Henry's over, and Dottin slaps that through the covers. But the fielder comes in off the deep cover boundary, and 1 run. You're hearing feedback. Sorry, what's going on? 1 second, Fireball. 1 second. Feedback. Is anyone else hearing feedback? Let me know in the chat, people, if you are hearing feedback. Oh, it's from your end. Okay, cool. Right. So TKR are 8 without loss after the first over 6 balls. So Sune Loose, after getting two wickets in that over she bowled, is now the top wicket taker in the 60 for the women. She has 5 wickets at 12 with an economy of 6. That's a good point, Michael. So yeah, people reading that comment, I'll come back to that in a second. So Leanne Kirby's bowling and dotting slaps that through the covers. There's no one on the boundary, and that goes away for 4. TKR moves to 12 without loss. Interesting that Barbados have asked Leanne Kirby to bowl in the power play, much less to dotting. Wait, was that dotting? It was dotting, wasn't it? Sorry, people. Chiana Joseph bowled that over, sorry. And Leanne Kirby's on strike. Sorry, I lost my mind there. Kashana Joseph, sorry. And Leanne Kirby slaps that through the covers for 4. I got confused because all I saw was dreads. This nearly scoops that out to the fielder at backward point, but gets away with it, drops short. Sorry, so back to Michael's point. We were talking about there should be a fielding rule that helps the field inside and not just the bat inside. That's wide. Wait, what's going on there? That's a wide, surely. What are they doing? Are they asking for a review? Give me a second, people. Have they gone for the review? I think they're going for the review here. If they're using it. But Haley has to use it. Haley's got to signal it as a captain. Kashana Joseph wants it. I don't know if Haley... Yep, Haley's has signaled it. Right, so what happened there? Kashana Joseph bowled a leg side wide, right? The wicketkeeper, which is Renice Boyce, believes that Leanne Kirby has nicked that through to her. So, is it a no ball? No, it's not a no ball, so that's fine. I assume that was not out. I'm not sure. Hayley Matthews didn't even look like she wanted to take the review, but you had about three or 2 Barbados players taking the review for her. So let's see what's going on here. It's a wide regardless. What on earth? Oh my God. What are they appealing for? Now, Leanne Kirby's bat has probably brushed her pad, but the ball had gone. The ball, unless it's gone on the underside of her glove. I need to see an ultra edge. Unless they're saying that ball has brushed the underside of her glove, it's certainly not hit the bat. So has it deflected off the glove? Doesn't look like it. Ultra edge is the only thing that could say it's gone off the glove. I think Renice Boyce is reacting to the bat brushing the pad. And now they've burnt the review if it is not out. Let me see what's going on there. I'm not sure. In the meantime, going to Michael's point, whilst I wait for the third umpire's decision, Michael said it's not fair that the batters are the only ones who can benefit. Oh, wait. They might give this out, you know. One second. I think they... Wait, no, but it's... I think they have to give this out. There is a spike, I think, which is off the underside of the glove. I think they have to give it out. Whether that's actually hitting the glove or not, because of the... They're going to have to give it out. Wait, what? Yep, she's gone. Leanne Kirby's gone. So you have to big up Kashana Joseph and Renice Boyce. They're the ones who said it was a definite under edge off the glove. I mean, anyways, it's out. It's out. Let me not speak. I think there's some debate in that. I'm not sure about what that spike was showing me, but technology says she's out. She's out. TKR 12 for 1. That I'm not convinced by what I just saw there, but there was a spike. There was a spike on something, and there's enough in those images to have to make the assumption that the spike is off the glove. But I don't know. That looked a bit dodgy. So maybe I should actually. Sorry, the new batter is Sune Loose, by the way. So Michael's point, if I can finally finish it, was that the problem with the 60 is the initiatives help the batters, not the fielders. So he's saying it would be great if you took a wicket in the first 12, then the power play just ends automatically. And then that balances out the mystery free hit no ball. It also balances out the if you hit 2 sixes in the power play, you get another power play. Because surely if you take a wicket, that should end your chance of getting a power play. Anyways, Sune Loose hits that through the leg side for 1 run. So, I mean, I haven't got the audio one. So if you lot do have the audio one, you might be able to tell me what like Ganga and Badri and or Bishop or whoever else is on commentary, Stacey and King are saying. But that looked like a bit of a teeth out. Oh, she's gone. Dottin's gone. Dottin's gone. She chops on. Kishana Joseph does the Dutty wine, and Deandra Joseph is gone. Now. All of a sudden, now we have a bit of a game. Final ball of the over. TKR are 13 for 2. Dottin stepped away to the leg side and just under-edges it onto her stumps. I mean, it's a nothing delivery, but it's taken a wicket. Deandra goes for 7 off 7. And if TKR are going to win, they're going to have to do it without the world boss. And more importantly, they don't unlock the floating power play. I mean, that was unlikely anyway. But if they were going to unlock the floating power play, it was only ever going to come off Deandra Dottin's bat. Fatima Sana will be the new bowler. Well. Yo says, are we looking at the results in the 60 to determine the results in the CPL? Because I don't think it will go the same way. I do. Because if you go and watch back our CPL show, which we did with young Samuel Badri, or stream it via whatever podcast streamer you use, I said to young Samuel Badri, only 3 teams will win CPL. TKR are the obvious favourites. I'm talking about the men's side now. TKR are the obvious favourites. And if they don't win it, it'll be St. Kitts and Nevis or Barbados Royals. So look at the 60. 3 of those teams are in the final 4. 2 of them are in the final 2. So I actually think, yes, you can make some parallels between the 60 and CPL. Unless, of course, someone in here is Guyanese and you're probably trying to hope that Guyana can do something, but you don't know Guyana can't win nothing. So let's not even go down that route. Anyways, 39 of you in the live. Press like if you're in the live for the Caribbean Cricket Podcast.com. Sorry, I didn't even look to see who came in. It's Natasha McLean. So she's the new batter with Sune Loose. I think sorry people, I'm just looking up some stats here. Bear with me. I think somebody was saying in the chat, I'll come back and check in a minute. I think someone was saying in the chat that Guyana are missing some of their overseas players, but TKR have got to the final without playing Pollard or Puran and only Dash Narayan in just now. Anyways, who's this? Sorry. Fatima Sana has bowled 3 dots in a row, and the umpire has signaled for the mystery free hit. Natasha McLean hasn't been able to get a ball on anything here. So actually, Barbados should probably be happy that the mystery free hit is going to Fatima Sana. Natasha McLean might as well just fling her bat at it. She does fling her bat at it, but that's excellent fielding by Hayley Matthews on the perimeter. And they'll probably run through. Did they run through for 1? They should have. Yep, they run through for 1. In fairness, Natasha McLean did the right thing. She flung the bat, but the fielding was brilliant. AJ Kumar says, who will win? I think at this stage, Barbados are favourites. At this specific stage. At 14 for 2 of 16 balls, I would make Barbados favourites, particularly because Dottin has gone. But that's a good shot that's a really good shot for Lose. It's a simple push. She only gets a single for it, but that was a good shot. Chanel Henry runs into the boundary. I think what will be key is what happens with Hayley Matthews 2 overs. If Hayley Matthews, it was nearly a caught on bowl in fairness. If Hayley Matthews gets wickets with her overs, Barbados will win this. So that will be the key for the match for me. Or if she goes for very few runs. Right, Natasha McLean slaps that down the ground as well and runs through. And that's the end of the over. So the Trinbago Knight Riders are 16 for 2 at the end of the over. 3 overs are gone. Yes. Sune Luce is on 2 off 3 balls. Natasha McLean is on 2 off, I think, 4 or 5 balls. Which is quite tight at this moment in time. I didn't see the catch. I didn't see Hayley's catch yesterday, so I'll have to go and find that. AJ, it is a 10 overs match. Yes, Odin is bowling good for Guyana. Right, so Hayley Matthews is in. I said a lot hinges on what Hayley does with the ball. And the first ball is chopped. Is chopped by Sune Luce to the fielder at backward square leg. Or is it short fine leg even? And 1 run. Yo is still trying to say that Guyana are going to come good. Every year, Guyana man talk up their side for CPL. Natasha McLean goes after that, but again, can only get 1 run. Fielder comes in off the deep square leg boundary. I'm really interested. How comes Guyana man talk up their side every year in CPL? History says that you never win CPL. Don't get me wrong. If Guyana win, good for them. But history says Guyana never win CPL. But every year, Guyana man talk with utmost confidence. Like, I'm a Talawars fan. I'm fine with just admitting we're rubbish, you know? I'm not talking us up. I'm just like, yeah, we're trash. We ain't winning nothing. How comes every other team can't just be like me and be like, boy, we ain't on nothing. We ain't winning nothing. If Talawars get into the semi-finals, I'll be happy. But I'm expecting us to come last or 5th. I think St. Lucia will come last. Their side looks dead up. And that's another run. So basically, it's a single off every ball so far. In fairness, yo, that point is true. Guyana's bowling is strong. Shamsi, Tahir, Multi. It's very spin heavy. But what I was saying to Santoki was because Guyana's side's so spin heavy, what happens when they go to tracks where they need a bit of pace? You're telling me that Odin and Romario Shepherd are going to scare other sides? I ain't seen no scaring from them, to be honest. No, Odin's bowling well. Sorry, that's harsh. But Romario, no. And that's another single. So they've taken a single off every ball of Hayley Matthews over. I don't think TKR will be unhappy with that. Singles would win it from here, in fairness, I think. Let me just double check if I'm right. No, singles would not win it from here. But singles with the occasional 4, and they're fine. I didn't see O'Shane, but if there's something, and that's a dot to end the over, and TKR are 21 for 2. I didn't see O'Shane, but I have seen that he's basically gone for licks. O'Shane Thomas, I'm done with O'Shane Thomas if I'm being honest. The man looks heavy. The man looks like he's eating too much hard food and yam, dumpling, banana. He just looks like he's eating KFC, looking just heavy out here. Run up looking all stuttery. I've had enough, you know. You can't just eat yam, dumpling, and banana every day, you know. Don't get me wrong, the food is good. Side piece of ackee and saltfish. But you can't just keep eating that, man. Looking at KFC. He must be eating the skin off the KFC and all sorts, just looking heavy. Had enough. Right, new bowler is Afi Fletcher. Michael, the thing is, hard food is good for you, but you can't just eat that every single. Like O'Shane looks like that's all he's eating, and he's filling up his plate. Like he looks like he's eating hard food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then KFC on the side. Natasha McLean goes after that. Now, has she got enough on it? No, she doesn't. She's out. Half the TKR side is out. McLean looks vexed. Barbados are going to win this at this rate. Afi Fletcher strikes with her first ball. McLean took it on. I think it was the right delivery to take on. The execution just wasn't there. Deep square leg didn't have to move. It's gone straight down her throat. TKR in big, big trouble here. 21. McLean thought she had enough, but who is the fielder? Is it Brittany Cooper? I can't see who that field. I'm not sure if that's Brittany Cooper. McLean thought she had enough, and she screams because I think she was right to take it on. It's Leah Elaine who takes the catch. She was right to take it on, but she just didn't get enough on it. And I think Barbados are big, big favourites now. Yeah, going back to this, Michael, maybe it's not hard food. If you look at his body weight, it looks like when he's running, it looks like his body is just jiggling when he's running. So I just wonder if it's like too much carbohydrates, too much KFC. What is his diet? Because he looks no fitter. No, fitter's not just about how heavy you are or how heavy you look, but he don't look in any more condition than he was in last year. It's like these players can't follow a disciplined regimen when they're not in West Indies colours, you know. Yep. Remember, if you listen to the West Indies on 99.94 episode where we picked the World Cup squad, Santoki and I said take Fletcher as the backup wicket keeper. It's nothing against Shamar Brooks, but Fletcher has the ability. I know, obviously, he's weak to spin, but Fletcher has the ability to go at a strike rate above 120. You take that any time over somebody who is at best a 100 strike rate person. It's another single. Sorry, I can't see my screen. 43 needed of 33 balls. If TKR bat sensibly, 42 from 32, sorry. If TKR bat sensibly, they win. They win from here. I mean, Sune Luce can bat sensibly. I think sometimes with these low totals, sides convince themselves that the chase is much harder than it actually is. And start doing madness. And that's another single. So again, sensible batting, just bat it out into the leg side and take a run. Huh. Yo, so let me quickly tell you the story. Shafane Rutherford was flown into. You weren't on the live when I told this story a couple of days ago, and this is facts. This isn't me making this up. Shafane Rutherford was flown into Florida when West Indies played India because Cricket West Indies asked him to take a fitness test because they want to select him. That's a wide ball, and Afi will have to re-bowl that. Cricket West Indies wanted him to take a fitness test because they want to select him. All you need to know is I've been told the score that Shafane Rutherford got, and it's better than the last score he got, but that's not saying anything. And when I say it's not saying anything, I mean the score is somebody in fifth form would beat that score. A fit student in fifth form would beat that score. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That's how bad it was that I would expect a fifth form student to beat that. But I'm tired of saying it now. I'm tired of saying it. Shafane isn't serious about wanting to play for West Indies. If he was, he wouldn't be doing all this. He clearly has other priorities. And my issue with this latest news that I was told, and Cricket West Indies flew him in. They flew him in, put him up in hotel, gave him like the conditions he needs. Man went out and did the test and got worse than what a fifth form student would do. I can't deal with this no more. Can't deal with this. I've heard a bit more, which I'm not saying because it'll give away too much, but I'm just saying that amount. They also flew out Chandrapur Hemraj. He did better than Shafane Rutherford, but only slightly. I can't deal with these players no more. I can't. I'm not making no excuses for any more of these players. I'm not. How can you, as a professional under the age of 30, not maintain basic fitness? Come on, man. Anyways, halfway through the overs is 27 for free. Make that 28 for free. Make that 28 for free. The new bowler is Shakira Selman. TKR need 38 from 29 balls. They might need to start hitting a few boundaries. The singles are fine, but they don't want it to just be singles all the way until they get to the final 2 overs. They're going to have to hit some boundaries at some point. Listen, let's call a fact. I see you lot chatting in the thing about the Shafane's news that I'm telling you. Let's just call facts as it is. These players know they don't need to pass no fitness test to play franchise tournaments, so there's no incentive to get fit for West Indies. What's the point? Down the leg side, that's going to be a wide, and they'll run through for a single. So call that two runs, 2 for the price of 1. So TKR moved to 30. Selman will have to re-bowl that delivery. And TKR need 36 from 29. In fairness to TKR, unless they're about to lose another wicket, in fairness to them, Loose and who is this? Is it Haley Jensen who's in with her? I need to see who's at the other end. Must be Haley Jensen. That's a good shot from Sune Loose. They should run 2. Do they run 2? That's oh my gosh, that should have been a run out. Well, that was a calamity there. There was hesitation from Jensen and Loose whether they should run 2. It was Fatima Sana who came in. She came in off the deep cover boundary. There was enough time there for Anise Boyce to fling down the wicket, but she misses the stumps. I think that would have been out, and they get another 2 runs. They're showing us the repeat of that. I think that should have been a run out. Should it be? Okay, let me. Anyways, they'll show me again in a minute. And again, another quick run. For those of you who are watching this, this is really intelligent batting. They're not going for any risk whatsoever. They're just working the ball. They're just working the ball off the square. Quick one. And they're waiting for. Now, it would have been out. If Boyce had hit the stumps, that would have been out. Would have been tight, but it would have been out. Yeah, sorry, people. I'm just coming back to the chat. So Javed says that Akil got his Australian bag. Yeah, good for Akil. All year I've been saying it's coming for Akil. The big bag, the big franchise bag is coming. He's got his big bag. That's a dot ball. TKR 33 for 3 off 33 balls. 3 more balls left of this over. He's got his big bag, but you know the story now, right? Soon we're going to hear about personal problems. Yeah, that's so I've been reading a few articles and it seems that some of the big bash teams have basically not in protest, but basically because of the big bag UAE league that that was a caught and bold chance there. That was a caught and bold. Jensen gets a nick. Renice Boyce doesn't take it. She's missed a big chance at caught and bold there. She should have taken that. Healthy nick. Kind of just bounces off Renice Boy's stomach. No, gloves into stomach to floor. That's a drop. That's a drop there. Has she dropped the championship? Shakira Selman definitely believes that Boyce should have taken it. 2 more balls left of Selman's over. And Jensen makes her pay for that drop by slapping that out to the deep cover boundary for 1. Oh, sorry, I lied, people. I thought she got a healthy nick to it. Wait, what's that? Is that the frames moving? What's going on? I can't tell with those frames. Oh, sorry, that was the end of the over, people. Sorry, I missed that. So, the TKR 34 for free after 36 balls. The target is 66 to win. TKR, they haven't hit a boundary in a while. So, at this point, after me saying Barbados were favourites, at this specific point, I would say now that TKR are favourites. A wicket puts it back in Barbados's bag, but at some point TKR have to hit a 4, not a 6. They just have to hit a 4 every now and again, and they'll be fine. Haley's already bowled one over. Fatima Sana comes in to bowl her second over, and Sune Loose works that out into the leg side field for 1. A lot of ones here. Not a lot of boundaries, but a lot of ones. See what Sune Loose. She's not even in the top 10. So Haley Jensen, prior to this final, has been striking at 150 strike rate, and Sune Loose 100. That's a dot ball, nearly nicked through. So Sune Loose has been striking at 115 strike rate. Haley Jensen 150, but right now they're just happy to knock this round for singles. Are they biding their time? To put this in perspective, by the way, Sune Loose forfeit is the 6th top run scorer. 1 more run, and she'll become the 5th top run scorer in this tournament. So it's not like she's not stood up for TKR. But I just wondering if they're biding their times here. Right, and Jensen comes down the track, but again, that's well fielded by Chanel Henry. Looked like it was about to beat her, but that's well fielded. Good throw back, 1 run. So they're still going at 100. Luce is 13 off 13. I think Haley Jensen is something like 7 off 8. I don't know, actually, because I haven't got the scorecard, but I'm just assuming that's what she is. Let me get the exact scorecard up, people. Haley Jensen is... Let me get this up for you. TKR need 30 in 21 balls. Haley Jensen is 4 off 7, and Sune Loose is 13 off 13. 30 runs needed off 21 balls. Fatima drifts onto the pads there, and Luce is able to play that down. She's able to guide that down to deep square leg for another single. She moves to 14 off 14. Fireball says, I'm loving this match. Oh, sorry, as a test and ODI fan, it's certainly tight. Yo says, for the men's final later, if Girl wants to win this tournament, put TKO into bat first and try to contain them. But who knows, man? I think it's going to be a high-scoring final. 52 of you in the live. Thank you for turning up. There weren't that many of you in the first innings, but you must have sensed, people are sensing that this is going to have a tight finish. So they've turned up. Press like, press subscribe. At Carib Cricket, Twitter, Instagram, CaribbeanCricketPodcast.com for the website. Follow us, like us, subscribe to us. It's 38 for 3. 1 more ball left of Fatima Sana's over. She's gone for 4 so far. None for 6 of her 11 balls. Can she finish well? Sune Loose is able to guide that again, this time down to the fielder at cow corner. 1 run. Great piece of work from Sana. 2 overs, none for 7. TKR a 39 for 3. Again, I keep saying it. They're playing sensibly in terms of singles, but we're starting to reach that point where singles aren't going to be enough. They just need 1 or 2 4s, and then the singles are fine. But we're starting to reach that point where they're going to have to do a bit more than go for singles only. They need 27 runs off 18 balls. Someone needs to start hitting a boundary. Someone's got to take a risk. So Hayley Matthews will have 1 over left. That'll be one of the final 3. I'm not sure who's going to bowl the other 2. Shakira Selman will bowl one of them. So Hayley Matthews back in. This is a key over. Jensen goes after her, but again can only sweep it for 1. They're going to have to start turning some of these ones into twos. 26 needed to win off 17 balls. Who do you lot have? Who do you lot have at this point? Who do you reckon's going to take this? Who do you reckon's got this? Put in the comment below or in the chat. Who do you think is taking this home? Next ball again. Sune loose this time again. Chops it down to the fielder coming in off the deep mid wicket boundary. 1 run. 25 needed off 16 balls. Couldn't tell you the last time there was a boundary. Probably when Dottin was in. Well. Is this going to go run away to the boundary? Can Afi Fletcher stop it? No, she can't. Right. Is that buys? Hayley Matthews is vexed. I think she might have just dropped an F-bomb. She probably has every right to be vexed. It looks like she wants to cry. That didn't come off the bat. It must be buys. So Jensen moved across to the offside. She tries to hook it, pull it. Boyce doesn't react to it. It misses Jensen's bat, misses Boyce's gloves, and just runs away fine for 4. There's the boundary. It didn't come off the bat, but TKR will take that. 21 needed off 15. Again, down on 1 knee this time from Jensen, and again the fielder comes in off the boundary, 1 run. It's things like that's how tight it can be. All it takes is some leg buys. All a couple wides, all of a sudden now you're bowling the next ball. 2 more balls left of Hayley is over. And again, this is chopped away again into the leg side. Again, it's 1 run. I guess at this stage, having picked up a fortuitous 4, they don't need to take a risk at this stage. 1 more ball left of Hayley Matthews over. Her final over. I thought Hayley would have taken some wickets. I'm not criticizing. I just figured that Hayley's overs would be key in terms of restricting TKR. I mean, she's been economical, that the 4 buys notwithstanding, but she would have wanted some wickets off her overs. Anyways, it's 47 for 3. Final ball of Hayley Matthews over. And that looks out. That's out? Yeah, she gets the wicket. Just as I was saying, I thought Hayley would pick up a wicket. She gets one. It's Hayley Jensen. I thought it was Sune Loose. That looks plum as plum. They surely won't review that. Sune Loose should tell Hayley Jensen to go on her way. They aren't reviewing it, surely. It looks like Hayley Jensen is walking off. And Hayley Matthews strikes. The only thing that Hayley will probably think is that she wanted probably a couple more balls at a new bowler, but there's 2 overs left. Wait, they're not reviewing it? Surely not. Oh, they are reviewing it. Sorry, people. Yo says the Barbados keeper Boyce is slow and sloppy, correct. I thought that was plum, but it looks like they're reviewing it. Now, maybe is that leg outside the off stump? I mean, they've given us a stupid angle to look at, but she hasn't got an inside edge to it. Oh, come on, I can see middle and leg there. What's she reviewing for then? I don't understand. She's back on her stumps. I can see middle and leg, unless it's pitched outside. Unless it's pitched outside the line, what is she reviewing? Like, I don't understand. Impact outside. Yep. Impact outside. Good review. Good review. I thought that was plum. Maybe Sune Loose said to Jensen, you know what? The impact's not in line with the stumps. You're going to live your life there. She does live her life. It's 47 for 3. So we enter the last 2 overs. TKR need 19 from 12 balls. Yeah, fireball. I'm a big dunce as well because I thought that was plum, but evidently impact outside. And TKR need 19 from 12. This over has to be someone's got to hit a 4. I'm not sure. This was always the problem. And there's 64 of you. This is interesting. When games are coming down to the wire, your sons see man and man come into the live watch along stream to chat. Press like, press subscribe. If this is the first time you've ever come across Caribbean Cricket Podcast, jump in. So Shakira Selman will bowl this over. Chanel Henry will probably bowl the last over. So it will be 2 West Indian internationals to bowl the final 2 overs. It should be advantage Royals from here because Luce and Jensen have not hit any 4s in their rebuilding. Right. Luce backs. That's out. That's out. Luce backs away to the leg stump. Is it Luce or is it Jensen? Sorry, Jensen backs away to the leg stump. Selman strikes. She hits it, slaps it straight to Hayley Matthews at extra cover, or kind of mid-off, and she's out. I thought she was out before. She got given a life. It's a good catch from Hayley Matthews low down. She celebrates like that might be the match. I mean, it's certainly tense out there. 19 needed off 11 balls. Now, Hayley Jensen, 7 off 13 balls. I mean, it's not good enough, but at the same time, her and Luce had to rebuild the innings after Natasha McLean got out. My problem is they were rebuilding the innings for too long. They were rebuilding it by running 1s and the occasional 2s, but not hitting any boundaries. Now, with 19 needed off 11 balls, it's Casey Knight. Now, arguably, Casey Knight should have come in earlier. Now, have they saved Casey Knight to come in later for this precise moment? Casey has the ability to hit boundaries and hit 6s. She started the tournament well. Strike rate in the tournament is 122. Now is the time. I'd almost tell her, go fling your bat. There's still 2 wickets in the hutch. Shakira Selman comes in. Casey backs away to the leg side. Wait, what happened there? Is that a drop? Or is that just a dot? I need to see that again. She backs away to the leg side. I don't know if that was a drop or a dot. Let me just see this again. Sorry, they're showing Hayley Jensen's wicket. It's really well taken by Hayley Matthews, low down, just before it hits the turf. Anyways, dot, 19 needed off 10. 19 needed off 10. People, I think Barbados might win this. I know they ran a single. I didn't even see them run that. Luce is back on strike. She goes after it. Is that out? Yes, it is. Chanel Henry takes it. She's pumped. This looks like it's Barbados' game. Luce is out. Selman strikes. It's 48 for 5. Oh my gosh. TKR going to lose this one. TKR need 18 off 9. Luce tried to invent a shot. She tried to invent one. Doesn't get anywhere enough on it. Chanel Henry easily takes that catch. Yo's gone to the Obia man, but I don't know if the Obia man can do anything here. Demo, as Demo said, yeah, Casey's wrist injury is why she possibly didn't come earlier. This is now Barbados' match to lose. Sorry, what did I... So, Selman comes in. Who's on strike? I've missed who came in. Was it Kashona? It should be the Twins. They get a single. At this point, you almost feel like they'd be better off just getting some singles and leaving it to the last over because now the game is too tense. 1 more wicket and they're all out anyways. How would you lot play this one? 1 more wicket and it's all over. Sorry, people. I was just... And again, Casey, sensible batting from Casey. They should run... No, they can't run 2 on that. Right, so there's 1 more ball left of Shakira Selman's over. She just doesn't need... Don't bowl a wide. Don't bowl a no ball. And life is good because at the end of the day, TKR needs 16. Universe Boss Trophy is going to go to the Barbados Royals at this stage. TKR needs 16 from 7. It's the sisters on strike, Kashona and Casey. Sorry, at the wicket, not on strike. Last ball of Selman's over. And that's out. That's surely out. She's gone for the big pull. It's out. Kashana Joseph takes the catch. She does the big Dutty Wine jig. Barbados Royals will win the Universe Boss Trophy. Shakira Selman, 3 wickets. 3 wickets in her final over. The Royals win by 15 runs. You have to hand it to them. 65 should never have been enough. It should never have been enough. But this is why the 60 is a nice format. 6 wickets. 6 wickets and you're out of here. The Royals win by 15 runs. The West Indies women's captain proves that she is an excellent captain. The Royals win it. Barbados Royals take the women's title. Head over to Twitter and the Barbados Royals media team must be doing a big jig and dance right now. Barbados Royals win by 15 runs. Deandra don't look very happy, but you have to hand it to the Royals. 65. They only had 65 to defend. They struck early, which is what you have to do when you've got such a low total to defend. And once Deandra got out, you kind of sensed that TKR might choke on this because, of course, with Deandra, if Deandra gets off to a good start, TKR will win. But she didn't. She chopped on to an innocuous ball from Kishana Joseph. And from there, Barbados Royals basically interesting. Very interesting handshakes there. Maybe let me not talk. But from there, Barbados Royals put a vice-like grip on the TKR night on Trinbago, and it's deserved. It's deserved. You have to say it's a deserved victory. Kept taking wickets. Lucen Jensen, in fairness, Lucen Jensen set about rebuilding the innings after TKR were reduced to 21 for 3. But as I was saying in the stint of this watch along, that when they were rebuilding the innings, they weren't hitting any boundaries. So yes, they were hitting 1s and 2s and slowly rebuilding it all. But if you don't hit any boundaries, you leave too many runs to get at the back end. And all of a sudden now, TKR were in a position where they were like, well, boy, we need 20 odd of 16 balls. And the only person who's got the ability to hit boundaries regularly is already out. But anyways, listen, anybody who tries to naysay you, yes, yo, I'm glad someone else noticed that. I'm glad Demo's saying it as well. So I'm glad other people noticed that. I thought I was the only person who saw that and was like, that looked like the type of handshake you give someone when you don't like them. Maybe I'm reading into things, people, but that's the first thing that went through my head when I saw that handshake. That wasn't even a handshake. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but that certainly look a bit frosty out there. You know what I mean? But anyways, if there's any naysayers, talking to you about the 60, listen, this is why I'm a big fan of it. Forget the men's. You can say that's a bit of a hit and jiggle and so on and so forth, but the women need the exposure in our region. There are players, Caribbean players, forget the internationals or overseas players. There are Caribbean players who otherwise, what would they be doing if they weren't here playing the 60? I'm not even talking about your Hayley Matthews, your Deandra Dottins, your Shakira Selman. I'm not talking about the established West Indian internationals. I'm talking about the players on the periphery. This is so useful for the women's games. The more games they play in general, and obviously we've got the CPL coming up as well next, where the 3 teams will go again. The more games they play, the better for them in general. New Zealand visit the Caribbean for some New Zealand women, the White Ferns. I think that's what they're called. Visit the Caribbean shortly to play the West Indies women's team. You don't think Courtney's not watching this thinking, okay, I can see a little bit of potential in this player here who hasn't yet made the strides to get into the West Indies women's senior side, but has shown me evidence and ability in this 60 tournament, and of course in the CPL games, women's CPL games are coming up as well, to show that I can elevate her now to work with her in the senior squad. So listen, the more exposure for women's game, the better. So this is why I'm not really on people trying to say this 60 thing's gonna mash up our cricket. Exposure is exposure, you know. So big up Afi Fletcher just talking to Ian Bishop with a Pitney them. So big up the women. That's I really enjoyed watching the women's games, probably more so than the men's ones. So yeah, men's final starts in about 50 minutes. I'm in an hour in this morning. Should I do a live watch along for the men's game? But people, it's long, it's long, and the men's game wouldn't end until about midnight UK time. So even if the streets wanted me to do it, I don't think I've got the energy to do 2 back-to-back live watch alongs. But thank you for everyone who came along for this one as usual. Before you go, press like, press subscribe. What am I saying then? So Santoki and I are doing the match reports for CPL for the whole tournament. So the match reports you're going to see that CPL put up will be written by myself and Santoki. So we are watching all the CPL games, but I haven't decided yet how to do any streams for them, because if I'm watching it, I can't technically do a live watch along and write the match report at the same time. So what I might do, I haven't decided yet, people, but what I might do for the CPL games is I might live stream one innings, like one half of the innings, and then just watch the rest myself. But I'll keep you all posted. But like I say, thank you all for coming on the live, being part of the community. It's like you all know each other now anyways in these live chats. So it's as much for you lot as it is for me. It's all I'm really doing is setting it up for you lot to communicate and chat and talk West Indies cricket, So big up Barbados Royals once again. Big up them on their victory. Chloe Tryon, top run scorer in the tournament. Big up her, 114 runs. And big up actually, I better just go and look before I go, people. Let me just give you the stats. So Chloe Tryon, the top run scorer, and in terms of wickets, probably Shakira Selman after that. No, it wasn't Shakira Selman. Top wicket taker is Sune Luce for the Trinbago Knight Riders. So, in fairness, the South African women, the internationals, led the way, as it probably should be that international players lead the way in showcasing their talent. But I must big up Shanita Grimmond, the Guyanese off-break bowler. She got 5 wickets as well, so got to big them up. So, anyways, people, I'm out. Let me go eat a bit of dinner before the men's final. I'll be on Twitter during the men's final, so if you want to meet me there, I'll be chatting, no doubt. But thank you as always. Press like on your way out. Press subscribe on your way out. Big up yourselves, everybody, and I shall see you soon. Look out for updates as to next live streams, etc., and we'll go from there. In the meantime, Javid STTB is doing a live this afternoon. What's STTB? STTB. What's that, yo? Because I might go have a look. See who that is. Sports something. Sports. Yeah, Sports to the Bone. Okay. Okay. So I might go have a look. But anyways, people, I'm out of here. Take care of yourselves, and see you soon.
We rule the cricket world. Now the rule.
Welcome to the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things West Indies cricket. By the fans, for the fans.